Burlington Junior High cheerleaders are here in spirit today, and the ball is going to get thrown behind Marlowe. The ball is actually going to be back where the initial inbounds play took place. Mediapolis coach here is asking for a timeout. He's going to talk some things over here about 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, we're 2 minutes into the game here in case you're just joining us or in case we're just joining you. We had some technical difficulties there. Mediapolis is trailing this basketball game with about 3 minutes 56 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 1-0. West Burlington on the made free throw by, you'd think I'd be able to remember that.
I believe it was Snodgrass. He made the one because we were talking about rotating to his toes.
Right,
Look at that.
Right.
And people say coaches don't have any memory.
There you go. Snodgrass hit
by
the free
choice,
throw
right?
Early. And while we're speaking about that, we're going to come out of this timeout here. It is going to be Mediapolis basketball, and looks like West Burlington's going to be in a man-to-man defense.
One thing that I've been stressing to my junior high coaches, for those that are listening out there, is if you can teach man-to-man principles defensively, and this is the level where we're supposed to be teaching things, the more specialized zones, the different special types of defense, those are all taught by man-to-man principles. So if you learn the man-to-man principles now, when you get older, those defenses definitely come a lot easier. Not saying that there's not a time and a place for zone defense, but you have to teach the man-to-man defense first, and there Brewer with the easy basket inside.
The Falcons inbound the ball quick. Marlowe brings it down the floor, passes it over to Dameron. Dameron going to his left, back to Marlowe on the right wing.
Trying to go back inside.
Williams with a couple moves on the inside.
It was a very nice post move, just went a little deep, kind of saying he got hit on the wrist there. Didn't see that myself, but good take there.
Copeland brings the ball down the left-hand side of the lane and kicks it out to his teammate, who shoots an air ball, and Jonah Marlowe with the defensive rebound, brings it the length of the floor, tries to give it in there to Richards, not quite. Dyler Dameron's going to hustle that one out.
They need to go here. They got a man
and now
down.
They got a 5-on-4. What will they do in the 5-on-4? They push it over to Marlowe on the left wing. He takes the jumper. It's off.
Same
Reese Richard comes in for the rebound.
Need to get it up higher off the board. He got contact there, but a lot of times if you don't go up strong, they're not going to give you that foul call.
And again, like you said, get it high off that glass. Copeland bring the ball to the right-hand side. Passes to the top of the key to Brewer. Brewer down to the corner. He makes a basket cut.
Rebound by Richards.
Don't bring
Marlowe
the ball
going
down to your waist. Gives the ball up to his point guard, who pushes it up to Tyler Dameron on the right-hand wing. Back to Marlowe. Over to Snodgrass on the left wing. Looking to Richards inside. He makes a few pass fakes and a few too many.
I'll tell you what, Mediapolis really hustling after the ball. I think right now what West Burlington's trying to do is they're trying to get inside. What they're doing is they're trying to bring the guy from the top of the zone to rotate down in front, and they're playing straight behind. So what you can do there is into the ball, kind of fake that you're going inside, into the ball up there to the top of the key, maybe take one or two drills and pull up maybe a 10 to 15 footer there.
And Mike Moffitt calls a timeout for West Burlington and gets his kids together and say, hey, let's get this thing organized here. Looks like it's going to be West Burlington ball on the sideline.
Hard to believe we're already 4 minutes into the quarter almost, and the score here is 1-2. Because if you were watching, you really thought that this game would be a little high scoring, as much as we got up and down. But just trailing right now, 1 to 2 points here, and again, West Burlington's after the timeout. Let's see if they drew something up, or maybe they're just going to try to calm each other down.
Looks like they're on the sideline here. They're stacking it up here on the sideline out of bounds play to see what Mediapolis does defensively. And Marlowe and Dameron go opposite ways. Back to Snodgrass on the wing, who dribbles into the paint.
Nice attack. Just got to get it higher off. Just kind of shot a little runner jump shot there. He's really got to be decisive there. Does he want to pull a shot? Does he want to pull up a jump shot, or is he going to shoot the runner? Because that runner can be a really hard shot. I really would have liked to see him just kind of stop, take a little 3-foot jump shot there.
And he did get right to where we want. We talked earlier about the middle third of the floor there and giving up that piece of the pie, and Snodgrass drove right in there.
I'm going to call a carry again. He's been called 2 or 3 times on that already, and he's definitely pumping the ball. What he's doing is taking the ball from the bottom and moving his hand over to the top of the ball, which isn't a legal dribble.
And so here comes a substitute for West Burlington. That's Drake Day coming in for Jonah Marlowe, who'll get a little bit of a rest. And Day will inbound the ball to Tyler Dameron.
And Dameron will become the point guard and move on over to the 1.
And Mediapolis shows up in a, looks like a man-to-man defense.
They're man-to-man. West Burlington's setting up low, but just trying to get the entry pass. Over the top is there, and there it was. Good post entry there. Sometimes if you get a hard front and you have a backside action like West Burlington's running right now with their offense, it's really hard to play backside help there. And what you saw there is West Burlington just making a pass over the top, and Richards going up strong and getting the foul call.
And fortunately for the Falcons, the help side had abandoned their position, so that lob pass was open. Richards to the line, hits his first.
What's going on there on the backside is they're setting screens. There's action there. What Mediapolis just has to get a little bit better at, and nobody said defending was easy because there's action going on back there. You still have to be in that help side.
And Richards go to the line for his second. Puts it up, and it's good. So we've got a West Burlington lead, 3-2 here.
Somebody
They're
needs
going
to
to
stop
need
the
to
ball.
stop the ball. Boy, that's one quick point guard. And look at Tyler Dameron
with the
stepping
take
in there.
and the charge. That is a great take by the little guy in there. Love seeing that. What could have happened is Tyler Dameron could have tried to block the shot. He could have tried to get out of the way, but what he did is he stepped up hard for his team, took a shot, and I believe that's 2 on their point guard who kind of has been running the offense through. So good take there by Tyler Dameron.
Yep, Copeland comes to the sideline holding his forearm a little bit there. Might have hurt himself a little bit on the fall.
Going to the floor there.
But again, like you said, great play by Dameron. Shows some guts by that young man stepping in there to take that.
That one goes right through the hands of Tyler Dameron. Maybe a little too hard there by Snodgrass, but ball that definitely should have been caught.
You always tell our teammates, tell your players, when you're throwing a pass, you want that ball to hit that guy right in the chest. So if it goes through his hands, it's either going to hit him in the chest or it's going to hit him in the head.
Yep.
And if he doesn't get his hands up there, at least he'll still retain possession of the basketball. Unfortunately for Mediapolis, they do not, turning the ball over to West Burlington, and West Burlington Snodgrass brings the ball down the floor, to the middle of the floor. Nice crossover in the middle of the floor, gets down the middle of the paint.
That's the one earlier where I was talking about you have to be decisive on what kind of shot you want to take there. That time he actually shot the full-on runner, and his feet were underneath of him.
And Drake Day closes out on the guard out top, but unfortunately
his hand was in position, however his arm was not, and he cannot impede the offensive player to the basket. So that's what he's going to be called for there. Just not moving your feet. Had a good hand in place. If he would have maybe moved his feet a little bit, might have had the full-on steal there.
Dameron goes back underneath the paint. That's a good place for him to be standing on that sideline out of bounds play in case anybody gets away. Snodgrass moving his feet on defense. Mediapolis passes the ball to the left. There's
High
a ball
screen and a roll. Good job getting back. Shot goes up.
That's number 23, Nicholas Ensminger, who takes the jump shot there in the right wing. 4-2 for Meepo. We've got 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Snodgrass loses the handle, but
thrown out of bounds by Mediapolis on the transition.
They lose the pass, so West Burlington gets a break there, gets the ball back right away with 37.8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Dameron into Snodgrass. Snodgrass will take over at the point with Marlowe out of the game. Snodgrass over to Day. Day looks inside to...
Good post entry. Williams with a nice post move. Little turnaround jump hook. Good move by Cole Williams. And Cole Williams is one of those kids that I can tell you from experience, he's been coming into our open gyms, and him and I have actually specifically worked on that turnaround jumper. So good to see him kind of put something that we've worked on in place. And even better, just watching Cole Williams there. On the backside there, it would have been really easy for him to run underneath the basket on that and just try to get the rebound, but instead he went and found somebody to check on the backside glass.
Snodgrass gets all the way into the rim, and at the buzzer, Mediapolis heaves up a prayer, and it's off the top of the backboard. Your score at the end of the first quarter, West Burlington 7, Mediapolis 4. And while we have a break here in the action, we'll be back here in just one short minute. We want to wish a belated happy birthday to Dr. Phil Wright in Blue Springs, Missouri, who is probably tuned into this game right now. And Dr. Wright, birthday was yesterday, and didn't wish you a happy birthday thanks to the Snodgrass family. And so here we are at the end of the first quarter, Coach. What are you seeing that you like? What do you see that you don't like? What do we need to change?
Well, I think we're seeing a lot of first-game jitters on both ends. What I like is West Burlington's really pushing tempo and transition. And then when they don't have anything in transition, what they're doing is they're setting up offense and they're running it and they're trying to get it inside. I think that's really nice to see on both sides. You can tell that they're making a point to get the ball inside. As for what can change, I think our defensive intensity it's there. I think what needs to happen, though, is I think we just need to move our feet a little bit more. As for good things there, I thought we did a lot of nice things there in the first quarter, and especially, I tell you what, boxing out was one of the things I was really pleased in. I was watching here and saw our kids boxing out, saw our kids pushing in transition and running stuff. So you can't complain too much there. We have the 7-4 lead here starting the second quarter, and we're about to get underway.
All right, the ball goes into Day, who inbounds it into Marlowe, who takes the ball to the left side of the floor, looking for Snodgrass. Snodgrass makes the catch on the wing, looking inside to Richards. Passes up top to Williams.
Good board by Richards.
Rebound.
And I think they're going to, that was a nice board by Richards. That's something that he could have easily let that one go. He just went up and got it. Kind of out-jumped everybody for it. It's a high jump ball, and he went up and got it.
And 5 guys trying to take the ball away from him, and Richards once again will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Oh, I'm wrong about that. They're calling it a one-on-one. I guess he was not going up on the shot there.
Called it on the floor,
so Richards will step to the line for his first. He puts it up, hits off the back of the rim. He pursues his own rebound and chases it down.
They're going to say stepped on the line. It's going to be Mediapolis ball.
So substitute coming in for Mediapolis is Dawson Brader. And Mediapolis brings the ball up the floor. And a little post feed there. Might have gotten away with a little bit of a travel there. 23 and brings it down. And three-point shot is launched.
Jump ball situation. I think they're going to get one is pulled over the back, but going to get called for the push there.
Yeah, Williams really reaching around him for the basketball.
Yep.
And
we just praised him on getting the box out on the backside. That time, unfortunately, he just wasn't able to secure it and got the foul call.
So Marlowe's on the ball out there. We talked about our coach, how you are a sideline, baseline philosophy defensive man as well. And so keeping the ball out of the middle is important to you.
Got to protect the paint.
And Marlowe goes to the paint, which is a great place for a shot off of several players.
Yep. We're going to get Snodgrass here on the hustle play, stepping out of bounds. As we just talked about it, offensively you're trying to attack the paint. Defensively you're trying to keep people out of the paint, and that's where the game's won. And you can be a jump shooting team, but eventually that's going to catch up with you. And even the jump shooting team's going to say dribble penetration and a kick out is where it's at. So you have to eliminate touches in the paint.
Well, Coach, I'm kind of being selfish here in a sense. Would love to have you stick around here, but I know you've got a practice coming up here at 6 o'clock, and you're going to be over in the other gym. It's 6 o'clock right now, straight up.
I'm just sitting out the door waiting for a stoppage, and it looks like we're going to get it. Unfortunately, Snodgrass there. You can argue that call, but what's going to happen is anytime they're going to tell you, Coach, he's out of control. So, unfortunately, Snodgrass there, but it was a fun pleasure for me to join you guys here. We're going to head over to practice because we have Harmony tomorrow here in West Burlington Gymnasium here, and hopefully we can have everybody come out. But if you can't, watch us tomorrow on this very same webcast.
Excellent. Great to have you, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Fun to join you.
Have a great practice.
Thank you.
All right, Mediapolis brings the ball in. West Burlington showing a little bit of pressure. Mediapolis player saves it. It's tipped by Snodgrass. Goes to Marlowe. Marlowe loses control. Meepo player ends up with it. Goes to the hole. Cole Williams with the rebound. Outlets to Marlowe. Marlowe pushing the ball down the right-hand side of the floor. He goes all the way to the rack. Misses. Defensive rebound, Mediapolis. Mediapolis pushing the ball back. The transition in this game is definitely picked up from the previous game. Good touch by Snodgrass, creating a disruption for the Mediapolis offense, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Mediapolis ball on the sideline. Excellent. Okay, Coach Selman stepping out of the Falcons nest here and heading off to practice. Mediapolis brings the ball in bounds. It's number 35 with the ball top of the key, Jalon Lacey. Lacey passes over to number 23. Does not connect with that pass. Ends up going out of bounds because of the good defense by the West Burlington Falcons. Dameron will inbounds the ball to Marlowe. Marlowe calling out the play, run Falcons. Passes it into Dameron on the wing. Dameron takes a look. And off the back of the rim, but a good rebound by Austin Mixer. Mixer goes to the hole. There's a foul call. That means Mixer will go to the line for 2 free throws. They're calling 2 shots on that foul with Mixer at the line, so everybody will get to relax for the first one. Mixer puts it up kind of off the back of the rim. Teammates come to give him a little bit of encouragement, and substitutions occur. It's like Cole Williams coming in for Reese Richards to give him a rest. Mixer to the line for the second shot. West Burlington has the lead 7-4 with 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the half. Mixer dribbles, puts the ball up. It's off the back of the rim. Defensive rebound by Mediapolis. Mediapolis outlets. They're looking to push. That's 23, Nicholas Ensminger bringing the ball up the floor. He passes it out to Brewer. Brewer goes inside to number 44. That is Morgan Branch Harden, who dribbles the ball off of a West Burlington defender and goes out of bounds. Mediapolis ball on the baseline. West Burlington playing man-to-man defense. A screen across there by Meepo. They go into the big man inside who misses his first shot but stays after it. Pursues the ball and ends up with a basket. That's number 24, Brewer. Dameron over the wing to Marlowe. Marlowe takes a jump shot off the front of the rim. Battle for the rebound. Goes off of Mixer. Mediapolis basketball. Mediapolis brings the ball up the floor. Dribbling going on by Lacey, who's looking inside. There's denial out here by Dameron, who knocks the ball out of bounds. Good position by Tyler Dameron. The West Burlington defense is working hard. They're trying to deny the basketball all over the floor. The inbound goes to Mediapolis in the corner. Marlowe on the ball with Lacey. Lacey tries to skip pass. Dameron touches it. Just didn't quite anticipate that enough. It ends up out of bounds on the far side of the court. Mediapolis takes a 30-second timeout with 3 minutes to go here in the half. West Burlington leads 7-6. Well, with Coach Shellman gone, there's not a lot of color commentary that'll be going on here other than myself. And so I'm the color and the play-by-play tonight from this point forward. Coach Moffitt over there talking to his guys, talking about getting into denial position. He's really imploring that they deny the basketball in the half court against this Mediapolis team. Out of the timeout here was a 30-second timeout. Mediapolis will have the ball. Inbounding will be number 23, Nicholas Ensminger. And Dameron not playing the ball, but everyone else denying. So Dameron playing back to try to stop the ball, but unfortunately the Meepo player gets around him, misses his first shot, gets his own rebound. Again, that's Brewer, got his own rebound and put it back. Marlowe coming the length of the floor, ends up running into a few players, no call. And Mixer fouled Brewer. Kind of came up holding his face there. Don't know if how bad he got hit, but he's staying in the game. And Mediapolis inbounds the ball to Brewer. Brewer going to his right. And the big man on the outside looks to pass inside. The steal by Mixer, a big hustle play. Mixer comes in, and unfortunately that hustle gets a little bit away from him, and he runs into number 44. That's Morgan Branch Harden, and gets called for the foul. That'll be the home team's sixth team foul. It'll be Mediapolis ball on the sideline. Right now, Mediapolis has an 8-7 lead with 2:34 to go in the second half. Again, Dameron underneath the basket, no pressure on the ball. Everybody else coming up and trying to deny the inbound. Brewer cuts towards the basket. They end up going into him. He catches, squares up. Dribbles twice to his left. Reese Richards defending. He gets rid of the ball to Ensminger at the top of the key. Ensminger goes to his right. Help defense comes late. He dishes it off to Brewer inside. That gives Mediapolis a 10-7 lead with 2:18 to go in the first half. Snodgrass coming down the lane. He gets into the paint, takes a little jumper that Coach Shellman was talking about earlier to bring West Burlington to within one. Ensminger bringing the ball up. Ball screen up here at the top of the key. And a whistle. They're going to call, not sure who they called with that foul, but I think they called Drake Day with the foul. That's going to send Ensminger to the line for a 1-and-1. 7th team foul on the Falcons. Mediapolis standing with 9 team fouls with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Ensminger short off the front of the rim. Rebound, Brewer. Brewer again with the rebound off the miss. Rebound by Reese Richards. Snodgrass throws the ball into Williams. Williams puts it up for 2. Mediapolis coming back the other way. Change in leads here, 11-10. West Burlington with 1:40 to go in the half. Ensminger at the top of the key. Ball screens on either side of him. He picks left. Goes to Lacey. Lacey with the shot off the backboard. A miss. Looks like that was Drake Day with the rebound. Drake Day outlets to Snodgrass. Snodgrass to Dameron. Dameron with a jump shot. Misses in the corner. Scrum for the rebound. And looks like Williams and Brewer tie it up, and jump ball will be called. It will be West Burlington ball underneath their own basket. And they set up in a box set. Snodgrass slaps the ball, goes into Dameron. Dameron catches, fires, no good. Snodgrass coming in on the weak side for the rebound, gets the rebound, puts it up off the glass, and it's good. It's 13-10. West Burlington with 1:10 to go in the half. Ensminger going on the selection to go left on the ball screen again by Brewer. He gives the ball up to Lacey on the left wing. Lacey throws the ball into Brewer. Brewer turns around to square. Snodgrass trying to take it away, and he does. And he's dribbling it up the floor. He's going to the hole, and he gives it up to Richards, who unfortunately falls on Lacey as he retains possession of the ball and will be called with a foul. The foul is on number 42, Reese Richards. And that'll be the 8th team foul. And we will go to the other end to shoot the 1-and-1. Tempo of this game has picked up considerably, as you can hear. And boys actually walking down to the other end of the floor here might be a little bit tired. And this will send Lacey to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Coach Moffitt imploring to his players, remember, you can box out on the release of the ball. It's something that junior high students and high school students are having to get used to this year. Lacey will shoot his first. It's off the back of the rim. Richards pursues the rebound. 2 Mediapolis players come after it as well, and they tip the ball out of bounds. Possession goes to West Burlington. 46.8 seconds left in the half, 13-10 lead. On the wing. Day trying to look inside. And the official saw him slide a foot. And so that'll be a turnover on Day. The ball goes back to Mediapolis with 35.7 seconds left in the first half. Up the floor to number 12 for Mediapolis. Chucks up a 3 that goes off the backboard and the rim. Tanner Snodgrass with the rebound. He's coming down the middle of the floor. Throws the pass over to Richards and Dameron, who collided almost. The pass goes in from Williams to Snodgrass for the bucket. West Burlington takes a 15-10 lead with 10 seconds left in the first half. Ensminger dribbling to the top of the key, unaware of how much time is on the clock. He's made dribble it out. Tries to feed it inside. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it does. No shot attempt by Nepo at the end of the first half to score. Your West Burlington Falcons 15, Mediapolis Bulldogs 10. Thanks again for joining us here during the junior high basketball games at West Burlington Falcon Gymnasium. Coach Moffitt will go into the locker room to talk to his men. And I saw a lot of good things there happen at the end of the half. Got back under control a little bit. And we will see you in 5 minutes here. Actually, we'll be back in 3. Going to take a little restroom break, and we'll be back in 3. The score, your Falcons 15, Mediapolis 10. righty, folks. We are back, maybe. Okay. Okay, we are back here with just under a minute to go during halftime of the West Burlington 8th grade game. Cheerleaders over to the locker room to encourage the team coming out of the locker room. And we will get your second half underway here in just a minute. 20 seconds to go in the half. Had a good first half of basketball, a score of 15-10 Falcons over the Mediapolis Bulldogs. Kind of a back and forth, a few lead changes there in the early going. And then both teams kind of put off the start of the season jitters and collected themselves, gathered themselves, been playing a little cleaner basketball. We've had a lot of missed bunnies, missed attempts down low. And it'll be Mediapolis ball to start the second half. We're playing 6-minute quarters here in Iowa. And Copeland inbounds the ball there to Ensminger. Ensminger dribbles left, back to Copeland. Snodgrass overplays him just a little bit. Copeland goes inside, shoots a little running jumper with his left hand. The basket is good. It's a 15-12 start to the second half. Marlowe, Snodgrass into Williams. Williams turns, is tied up. Is tied up in the post. Benjamin Wolgamuth ties him up. It'll be West Burlington ball underneath their own basket. Snodgrass takes the ball out of bounds. They're in a box set. There's a screen up here for Marlowe. Snodgrass lobs the pass in for Dameron. And both players go up, try to gather the ball, and it ends up going off of Dameron's hand and out of bounds. Mediapolis ball, 15-12. Falcon lead with 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Screen by Brewer up top for Copeland. Copeland loses the handle, regains it, comes back, throws it out to Ensminger. Ensminger fakes left, goes right into the paint, off the backboard, no good. Dameron with the defensive rebound. He's dribbling the ball up the floor, keeping his eyes up, protects the basketball, passes it over to Marlowe on the left wing. Marlowe dribbles to his right. He passes over to Snodgrass on the right wing. Looking inside to Cole Williams. It's deflected by the Mediapolis player. Williams corrals it, gives it back to Marlowe at the top of the key. Marlowe over to Snodgrass. Snodgrass looking inside again for Williams. He dribbles toward the defender, gives it into Williams. Williams takes a turn and a look. There is a foul called on the floor on the post player playing behind, who apparently put a hand on Williams' back. It'll be West Burlington ball underneath. Snodgrass will take the ball out of bounds underneath. Williams and Marlowe lining up at the same side of the floor as him. Williams turns, goes to set a screen for Marlowe. Marlowe, he receives a screen then from Richards. The ball is deflected out of bounds by Copeland. It'll remain West Burlington basketball. Snodgrass to take the ball out on the sideline. Sideline play, and ball is inbounded by Snodgrass to Richards. Timeout by Coach Moffitt just before the inbound. He was a little bit worried about the 5-second call, wanted to get that sideline play set up. With 4:49 left to go in the third quarter, your score, West Burlington Falcons 15, Mediapolis 12. There's your buzzer on the 30-second timeout. The ball will be taken out in the far corner by West Burlington. West Burlington with Snodgrass, Dameron, Richards, Williams, and Marlowe on the floor. It looks like they're setting up in a box set now instead of a stack. And Marlowe is going out to the corner. He gets the inbound pass. He takes it to his right, gives the ball up to Dameron at the top of the key. Dameron will get the offense set. Being harassed by Ensminger up top. He passes over to Snodgrass on the right wing. Snodgrass looks inside to Richards. Richards gives up on it, dribbles to his left. Keeping his dribble alive. Richards sets a ball screen over there to Marlowe on the right. Richards goes to post up again. Nothing in there. Williams gets the ball at the top of the key. Tries to pass over to Dameron. Miscommunication on the pass. The ball sails out of bounds. It'll be Mediapolis ball with a 3-point deficit with 4:22 to go in the third quarter. Ball is inbound to Copeland. Copeland bringing the ball, walking the ball up the floor, and 2 ball screens to choose from. He chooses left. Snodgrass fights through the screen, challenges the shot, which ends up being an air ball by the lefty Copeland. Rebound West Burlington. Marlowe pushes the ball up to Dameron. Dameron back to Marlowe. Swings it over to Snodgrass. There's a kick. The ball sails out of bounds. West Burlington ball in the near corner. Snodgrass will be handed the ball by the official. And doesn't look like they tried to run the same play that they did earlier. It goes into Williams. Williams makes the catch. Gives it back to Snodgrass. It goes down the middle of the paint. Goes to the rim. Off the back of the rim. It's deflected by Mediapolis. West Burlington retains possession. Snodgrass with the ball on the baseline. Slaps the ball. Williams goes up to set the screen, receives another one from Richards. He throws it up top to Dameron. Dameron ends up with the ball back to Snodgrass in the opposite corner. Snodgrass takes a few dribbles, passes it up to Richards. He swings the ball over to Marlowe. Marlowe goes to his right, down the paint. Ends up in the paint, but takes a little bit of an extra step in the paint, trying to get the shot up in the land of the Giants. Mediapolis ball on the turnover by Marlowe. Copeland bringing the ball up the left side of the court. Goes to number 21. 21 is Wolgamuth. He goes back to Copeland. Copeland's been called for carrying the ball a couple of times, and he dribbles once to his right, takes a left-hand jumper. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Scores on his layup of his own. And a little bit of a scrum there between Snodgrass and Copeland, and a little bit of pressure by West Burlington. Copeland with the ball on the left-hand side, doing a little dribbling out, passes the ball out top. He swings the ball to the right-hand side. It's deflected by Dameron and goes off the Mediapolis player. Turnover Mediapolis. It's a 17-14 lead for West Burlington with 2:55 to go in the third quarter. Dameron will give the ball into Snodgrass, who will dribble to the top of the key. Staggered setup there by the Falcons down low. Dameron comes off the curl cut, makes the catch. Pitt gives it back to Williams at the top of the key. Williams moves the ball over to Snodgrass, puts it into Richards. Richards underneath, a little bit too far underneath the basket, hits the bottom of the board. Brewer with the rebound. Brewer outlets to Ensminger, who's bringing the ball down the floor, comes to a jump stop, throws the ball to the wing on the left-hand side to number 21. Reese Richards rebounds his missed shot, gives the ball up to Snodgrass. Snodgrass over there to Drake Day, who takes a 15-footer, doesn't hit anything, and the rebound goes to Copeland. Copeland dribbling the ball up top, ends up going down the middle of the lane, throws up a prayer, which is rebounded by Dameron, and the foul ends up on Copeland, who puts his hands up and says, "What did I do?" "Well, son, you fouled him." And if the ref blows the whistle, that's how it's going to end up being. So here we go. The ball is going to be given to Snodgrass underneath the basket and is going to be inbounded to Dameron. Mediapolis is going to fall back into man-to-man half-court D. West Burlington will stagger their offensive set again. Day out on the right side. Snodgrass chooses Dameron. He reverses the ball through Cole Williams. Williams swings the ball over to Snodgrass, who swings it back to Reese Richards, who goes to the hole hard for a layup. That's a 2-point basket by Reese Richards, and West Burlington starts to press. Mediapolis calls a timeout. It's a 19-14 ball game. A minute 33 to go in the third quarter. West Burlington Falcons have the lead. Once again, we want to wish a belated happy birthday to Dr. Phil Wright in Blue Springs, Missouri, who's hopefully tuning in today. Dr. Wright's birthday was yesterday, and had some friends up here in the southeast Iowa area who wanted to get that birthday wish out to him. And we hope you're enjoying the ball game, Dr. Wright. And again, happy belated birthday to you. We will be coming out of a timeout here in about 30 seconds. We have 1:33 to go in the third quarter. West Burlington with a 19-14 lead. There was a little bit of press shown by the Falcons there after the last made basket, and timeout called by Mediapolis, setting up press breaker over here on the side. And Coach Moffitt coming up with a plan of his own on the sideline, so sends his Falcons out there. The Falcons bench not too deep. We only have 3 players here on the 8th grade bench. But all these players are contributing thus far. And so Mediapolis will inbound the ball. West Burlington drops their pressure, shows up in the half-court man-to-man defense. A little bit of a ball screen at the top of the key. And Ensminger goes to the hole. Dameron tries to get a hand on the shot. Gets a hand on the basketball, but also catches part of his arm. It'll end up being a foul on Tyler Dameron, and Ensminger will go to the free throw line. He will shoot 2. Takes a dribble, looks at the rim, fires it up there. It goes off the front and the back of the rim and off the right-hand side. No good. 1 shot left for Ensminger. The ball delivered to him from the referee. He looks at the rim. He fires his second free throw. This one's good. That makes the score 19-15, West Burlington. Mediapolis brings a press of their own. Snodgrass into Dameron. Back to Snodgrass, who brings the ball up the floor. Dribbles a little bit off his foot, but regains control. Throws the ball into Richards, who pops it out to Dameron. Dameron fires a 3-point shot. Missed. Richards with the big rebound. He misses his putback. And Brewer with the rebound. Brewer gets the ball to Ensminger. Ensminger gets a ball screen on the right-hand side. Good hedge on the ball screen. Drake Day trying to defend the ball handler and leans into him just a little bit. Gets called for the push. It'll be Mediapolis ball on the sideline. We've got substitutes coming in for Mediapolis. That's Gage Johnson. Gage Johnson reporting in for Dawson Brader from Mediapolis. Referee hands Mediapolis the ball on the sideline. Not a lot of movement. Everybody's denying. Snodgrass closing out on the 3-point shooter at the top of the key, who misses. Unfortunately, offensive rebound, but the player that got the offensive rebound, Ensminger, is called for an illegal dribble. West Burlington inbounds the ball. Snodgrass gets the ball up there to Day. Day squares up, feeds Williams on the inside, goes to the hole. He gets fouled, and the basket is good. The old conventional 3-point play attempt here for Cole Williams, who put a nice move on his defender on the right-hand side of the lane. That gives West Burlington a 21-15 lead, 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. More substitutes reporting for West Burlington. Mixer, Marlowe coming onto the floor. So Williams will go to the line for 1 to see if he can convert on the traditional 3-point play. Snodgrass and Drake Day line up underneath to try to get an offensive rebound. Williams puts the ball up. Snodgrass does indeed get an offensive rebound. He takes a couple dribbles, kicks it out to Jason Marlowe, or to Jonah Marlowe. Marlowe takes the ball down the middle of the floor, passes it over to Mixer. Mixer takes a shot and misses. Marlowe gets the rebound, puts it up again. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Mixer gets another rebound, throws it up. Snodgrass with the rebound, misses. Looking for something. Defensive rebound by Mediapolis. Number of chances there. With 1 second to go in the quarter, Mediapolis launches a prayer and misses. Draws the backboard, but no iron. At the end of the third quarter, it's 21-15. Falcon lead here at West Burlington Gymnasium. Coach Moffitt instructing his players on the offensive end of the floor and telling them what to do in terms of what they need to be running offensively. Again, it's a 21-15 West Burlington Falcon lead. We'll have 6 minutes to go in the ball game here at the next horn. West Burlington ball to start the quarter. The official handing Marlowe the ball. Marlowe inbounds to Snodgrass. They set up in the stagger set again. Snodgrass picks up his dribble a little early. It's deflected, but he gets his own turnover. Into Williams, who kicks it out to Marlowe. Marlowe shoots a three-point basket. It is good. 24-15 West Burlington, and just like that, they're out to a 9-point lead. Marlowe pressing the ball on the left wing. And doesn't look like there's a count going, but Snodgrass comes over to help. He gets the steal. And there's a foul on number 23, Nicholas Ensminger, as Snodgrass is going to the hole. That'll be the third team foul against Mediapolis. West Burlington with 2. Into the game reports Tyler Dameron for Marlowe, who just got done hitting a three-point shot. Ball is handed to Snodgrass. He slaps it. Williams sets a screen for Day. West Burlington Mediapolis player deflects it back to his teammate, who throws it off the knee of a Falcon. And now the Falcons decide, hey, it's time to put a little pressure on him here. And so don't let him catch. We're trying to deny everywhere. Snodgrass gets a touch. Gets the ball up to Williams. Brewer ends up taking it away from him, and Williams fouls Brewer 60 feet away from the basket. Mediapolis basketball, three-quarter court. Here comes Eric Copeland dribbling with his left. He crosses over to his right. He passes over to the wing to Ensminger. Ensminger takes a shot and misses it all. Mixer comes in. Gets the rebound and steps out of bounds on the sideline. Benjamin Wolgemuth takes the ball inbounds. A little bit of a trip there. Incidental contact between Dameron and Brewer. Copeland takes the ball to his left. Passes it out to Wolgemuth on the right, who goes to the middle of the paint. Ends up missing his shot. Snodgrass comes away with the rebound. He dribbles the length of the floor. Goes up with his right hand on the left-hand side of the basket. Misses. Drake Day gets the rebound but steps out of bounds on the baseline. Substitute coming in for Mixer is Richards. Again, West Burlington coming up to show some pressure on the ball. Now we've got a little conversation going on between Brewer from Mediapolis and one of the officials. And another substitute coming into the game. This sub will be for Brewer. Didn't see if anything happened there, but they'll inbound the ball here shortly to Mediapolis. Again, even before the ball can be inbounded, there is a foul called. The foul is called on number 45. That's Drake Day, who was trying to defend. Wasn't letting his defender get past him. Good defense by Day. And this time, Day comes away with the basketball, trying to defend it. Gives the ball up to Snodgrass. Good steal by Day on that defense. Snodgrass goes to the middle of the floor, gives it up to Williams. Williams takes a couple dribbles, kicks it out to Snodgrass, who was waiting in the wing. Snodgrass goes to his left. He's standing at the top of the key. He takes a three. It's off the back of the rim and bounces off of several players, and Mediapolis ends up with the basketball. That's number 23, Nicholas Ensminger, going to the hole. And one too many steps thanks to the nifty defense by the Falcons. Dameron about to take the ball out of bounds, who will pass it into Snodgrass. Three-quarter court pressure by Mediapolis. West Burlington has a 24-15 lead with just over 4 minutes to go in the half. Snodgrass gives the ball to Dameron. Dameron swings it to Williams. Williams takes a 15-footer almost to the top of the key. He hits it. That's 2 points for Cole Williams. 26-15 West Burlington. Copeland doing a lot of dribbling. He passes it out to the top of the key. 21 Benjamin Wogemuth, who misses. Bounces off of several players. It will remain Mediapolis ball. Wogemuth inbounds to Copeland. Copeland back to Wogemuth. Wogemuth with the 3-point shot. He's short. That goes to Richard. Richard outlets to Snodgrass. Snodgrass bringing the ball the length of the floor. Gives it up to Williams. Goes up for the layup and is fouled. Unfortunately, he missed the basket, so he will go to the line to shoot 2. Good take by Cole Williams. Great pass by Snodgrass. Cole Williams steps up to the line for the first of his 2 free throws. He puts it up and it goes in. That's a 27-15 lead for West Burlington with 3:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Referee instructing the players that there's one shot and they can move on the release. Williams steps to the line. The ball is up. Off the back of the rim. Mediapolis rebounds. Out to Ensminger. Ensminger down the right-hand side of the court. He pulls up for a 3-point shot and nails it. Nothing but net. That brings the lead down to 9 with 3:30 to play in the game. Marlowe up to Snodgrass. Snodgrass into Williams, who turns, kicks it out opposite court to Dameron. Dameron, air ball. Tipped by Snodgrass back into the floor. Dameron with the rebound. Pushes it out to Marlowe. Marlowe to Snodgrass on the right wing. Snodgrass takes a few dribbles. Williams does a turnaround jumper going in the middle of the paint. He nails it. That's 31-18 game here. 3 minutes to go in the game. Copeland takes a nice little left-hand jumper going down the left-hand side and hits it. It's 20-29. I'm sorry, I thought that we had scored another basket there. Marlowe down the right-hand side gives it up to Snodgrass. Snodgrass kicks it into Williams. Williams takes a couple dribbles. Fadeaway jumper on the right-hand side. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound Mediapolis. 2:34 to go in the game. Ensminger from the left-hand side throws up an ill-advised shot. Reese Richards gets the rebound. Out to Snodgrass, who pushes it ahead to Dameron and can't quite control the ball. And so Mediapolis will get the ball. Brewer and Lacey will report back in for the Bulldogs. Copeland will be handed the ball on the baseline, and West Burlington will fade back into half-court man-to-man offense. 2:21 to go in the game. Copeland bringing the ball up, calling for a ball screen by Brewer. He gets it. He dribbles left, 1 or 2 dribbles. Ends up missing the layup. Cole Williams gets the rebound, but is tied up by Brewer. It'll be a jump ball. It'll be Mediapolis ball underneath their own basket. 2:09 left on the clock. Mediapolis sets up in a box set. Referee hands Mediapolis the ball. Cross screens coming at both levels. The ball is missed by almost every player on the floor. Ensminger ends up with it, tries to take a shot, and comes off the rim, goes to the corner of the floor. It's saved by Brewer. Coach Moffitt yelling for a timeout with 1:57 left to go in the game. 29-20 on the scoreboard. And the fans doing a little cheering in the background there. Hey, a good first night of junior high basketball here at West Burlington Falcon Gymnasium. We're coming out of a timeout. The Falcons have the lead, 29-20, with 1:57 left to play in the game. It's a 3-possession game. Coaches being instructed to how many timeouts they have as we come down the wire here. Snodgrass will take the ball out of bounds on the sideline. Dameron and Marlowe looking to get open here in the full court. Mediapolis brings the pressure. No one on the ball. They've got a safety back there. The ball is given to Snodgrass. Snodgrass into Richards. Right back to Snodgrass. Snodgrass ends up bringing the ball up the right-hand side of the floor. Turns to his left. Crosses midcourt. Feeds the ball over to Dameron on the left wing. Dameron looks inside. Looks like they're going to be running it a little bit. Williams at the top of the key passes the ball over to Marlowe. Marlowe looks inside to Snodgrass. He dribbles to the middle of the floor. He loses the ball at the top of the key thanks to Copeland. Copeland ahead to Ensminger. Ensminger with the layup. It's 29-22. Falcons with 1:28 to go. The ball's inbounded to Snodgrass with the full court pressure still on. He brings it down the left side of the floor this time. Crosses midcourt going to his right to Dameron. Dameron puts on a little bit of a fake. Ends up going to the hole. He is deflected by a Mediapolis player. Mediapolis gets the rebound. Ahead to Brewer. Brewer with the left-hand layup on the left-hand side of the floor. It's 24-29 Falcons. 1:03 to go in the game. Snodgrass bringing the ball up the floor. Now he's going to slow it down. He's standing at about half court and dribbling and taking care of the basketball as Coach Moffitt probably wanted them to do several seconds ago. Now Lacey gets up in Snodgrass's grill and fouls him. That's only Mediapolis' 5th team foul. So West Burlington will have to take care of the ball. They are going to come up and pressure it. Coach Moffitt calling for the line on the sideline. The ball will be handed. The referee talking to a couple of players. The ball is handed to Snodgrass, who slaps the ball. Marlowe and Cole Williams take off. Williams almost with the catch. Ends up losing control of it because of the Mediapolis defender and throws it out of bounds. There's 46.9 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it looks like West Burlington will fall to half-court defense with a 5-point lead with 46.9 seconds left. A sub reports to the bench and comes in for Marlowe. That's Drake Day. The ball is inbounded to Copeland. Copeland bringing the ball down the floor. He shoots a 3 right off the bat and misses off the front of the rim. Snodgrass gets the rebound. He's bringing it up the floor as well, trying to keep control of it. A lot of people reaching for the basketball. Snodgrass with the ball. He gives it up to Richards. Richards looks inside to Williams. Williams on the baseline. Williams wisely kicks it out to Dameron, who kicks it over to Day. Day takes a 15-foot jump shot on the right-hand wing. Back to Snodgrass. Snodgrass pulls it out with 16 seconds left. Gives it over to Dameron. Time and score, gentlemen. And there's a push there by Ensminger on Dameron. It's going to be their 6th team foul. West Burlington still not yet to the line. The foul on Ensminger. Snodgrass will take the ball out of bounds on the sideline. With a 5-point lead, 11.3 seconds left. That was Ensminger's 5th. He is fouled out of the game. Snodgrass will be handed the ball after a short conversation between Moffitt and the referee. Moffitt calls for the line. Snodgrass will have the ball. There's a substitute here on Mediapolis' part, getting some players in the game who haven't been in yet. Snodgrass is handed the ball. Dameron goes one way. Day goes the other. Williams goes to the hole. This time he makes the catch and gets the layup. Snodgrass with the assist. 7 seconds, 31-24 lead for the Falcons. This is how it's going to likely end. And it does. So your West Burlington Falcons, 8th grade junior high team, finishes out the ball game, wins it 31-24 in a closely tight-fought, hard-fought game here at West Burlington Gymnasium. We thank you for tuning in with us again. Happy birthday to Dr. Wright there in Blue Springs. We hope you enjoyed the game, and we'll tune in tomorrow night as the Falcons take on Harmony here at West Burlington Gymnasium. Thanks again, and go Falcons.